Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here for Future Independence with AIM. I'm Delisa James. I work at Amazon Music. They've given me my own 40-minute session to talk to you guys about Plus44, which is Amazon's leading Black music brand. And I'm more than happy to do it. I'm at home on my sofa. I haven't seen many people, so I'm probably going to wrap it on. I was going to say, if you have any questions while this session happens, check out Slido below, get your questions in. I'll probably do them towards the end if there are any, and I'll just keep an eye on it in case anything sort of relevant that flags up. But yeah, I want to make it as interactive as possible. So any questions, do let me know. So I've got 40 minutes to kind of take you through Plus44 from Amazon Music. And the title of this session is Plus44 Creating a New Home for UK Black Music. And I'm just going to take you through what we've done so far, kind of my history working in the media and the music industry, which to be fair could go on for about 10 sessions, but I'm going to stick to the time. And again, like I said, if you have any questions, just check out Slido. I think it's below, and get them in there. And I've just got them on my phone, so they'll come straight through to me. Don't be shy. Okay, cool. I've turned my fan off. So if I start sweating and stuff, it's just the way it is. Okay, so I've done a presentation for you guys. I'm going to take you through it. So to start with, if it all works. So I am Delisa James. People call me D. I've put my Instagram on there in case you want to get in contact with anything else in the future in terms of music stuff and need any more advice or any more questions about Amazon Music. So about me, actually, next year is my 20th anniversary of working in the media and the music industry. And I know I don't look old enough from the picture. I know, but it's true. I'm actually turning 40 next week, the big 40. So it's nice to be able to reflect and kind of go back. If you do follow Music Week, the magazine, they just did like an article on me. That's where that glamorous photo comes from. So if you want to find out more about my histories and my kind of career in detail, I've kind of put it all in there, all the good things. I'm going to do one next year, which is all the bad things, to balance it out. I worked at the BBC for 16 years as a radio producer. I started in local radio, BBC Three Counties Radio based in Luton, just as an assistant. Broadcast assistant, and kind of worked my way up doing freelancing there. And then I managed to get a part-time job at Radio Gloucestershire as a broadcast assistant. And in local radio, you really do learn loads. They teach you from the ground up. So you could be to start with, you might just be doing reception or answering the phones, but also they need people to go onto the radio car and doing reports and, doing stuff on air. So that's how I kind of started. And then I moved to BBC Radio 1, where I started Radio 1 2004, and the week I started was the week that John Peel died, to just kind of put it in context. And I worked across all the different shows there, the daytime shows, the evening shows. I worked with the Fern Cottons, the Vernon Kays, the Trevor Nelsons, the Fabio and Groove Riders on specialist shows, Mr. Jam. So it was very much part of my career. And then I moved over to 1Xtra as the stations merged together. And just worked with amazing talent over the years. And I think a lot of people might know me from being the executive producer for Fire in the Booth with Charlie Sloth. My Fire in the Booth is actually my baby. I'm the mother of it. And and I always will be, even though I'm not there anymore. And I've done some amazing freestyles with the biggest rappers in the world, from like Drake to Megan Thee Stallion, you name it, Dave, Stormzy. So I've worked with a lot of artists over the years. I'm going to just keep it moving quickly. So that's BBC. Alongside that, I just wanted to expand my skills. So I started doing media training for labels and artists. And then I trained as a teacher as well. So I was a visiting lecturer at Birmingham City University, teaching radio and media skills. And then myself and Charlie, we left the BBC, went to Apple Music to create creative bespoke content for them, original content, Fire in the Booths, and taking that to the streaming world. And then we're getting a bit more modern now with the times. Last September, I moved to Amazon Music to be their senior artist relations manager. that's everything in a nutshell in terms of my career. Like I said, I did that Music Week piece. If you want any more information, you can just check that magazine out, and I kind of talk about my career and the different artists that I've worked with. So what you can see is that I have a huge career in kind of black music and rap and R&B. So I have all those skills. But what I also have, which I don't really realize until it really comes to the crunch point, is I have a lot of compliance experience. When I mean compliance, it's more about the do's and don'ts of what you can put out in radio and what you can put out in content, video content, in terms of language, sexual language, you know, the obvious swear words and stuff like that. So I have a lot of experience in that, which obviously in black music, especially with like drill and rap today, you kind of need it. So yeah, that's me. Oh my God, let me check timings. Okay, let's keep it moving. So that's me in a nutshell. Next slide, please. +44. So I moved over to Amazon in September last year, which has just flown by, and randomly, you know, I've only been to the Amazon office twice since that time. I've been working from home. So yeah, I've been locked down just like everyone else. But Amazon created a brand called +44. It's before I started. Obviously, that's the UK dialing code. They worked with a company called Metallic and another company, I believe, another creative company, to come up with this amazing new name. Before I started, I always say I wish I thought of it. Everyone thinks I did. Everyone thinks I did, but I didn't. I always correct them. Yeah, so that started, I believe it's just last May, like a soft launch. And +44 is dedicated to championing and celebrating black music from the UK. It's more than a playlist, it's a community, it's a growing community. It allows fans of black music to connect to artists, not just through a playlist, but through content that we make on the +44 Instagram channel, which is at +44 UK. I expect everyone to follow by the end of this session. Thank you very much. And we also make content with artists that lives on the Amazon Music YouTube channel as well. And it's just growing. I'm going to take you through some of the things that we do at +44 so you can see. Like I said, it started before I started the team, but I've kind of taken what they started and just like growing it and adapting it and just empowering the artists, being creative. And, you know, I've really, really seen so much great feedback from the artists and managers just saying, wow, you know, so glad +44's here. So this is just the start. We're still babies. So that's +44 from Amazon Music. Please check it out. So yeah, +44 from Amazon Music. It's a platform, it's a growing community that champions black music and artists and the culture. So our content, our core values are about connecting with artists. We're about discovery, letting all the customers and fans of the music discover new artists. 100% about diversity. We're about progression, growing, and we're about celebration as well. So you should see that reflected in our content. So as I said, +44 is it's more than a playlist. It's an Instagram channel as well, at +44 UK. Please go and check it out now. Like I said, we're a growing baby, and yeah, this is where we put a lot of our content. This is all very much new stuff. So you can see Zizi and Sideman, who are a new host. They which I'll go into a little bit later on, and we just did some content with Retch3 too. So this is all very much that's a screen grab from last night. So it's all very modern. So please check that out. So as I said, we've got our Instagram channel. We put content in the Amazon Music channel, and we also put content in the Amazon Music app, which I want you guys to all check out. So as all different streaming sites have, Amazon also have their own app. Please check it out, especially if you've got a Prime membership, because you have access to Amazon Music. So you can check out all the great playlists and things in there. Oh, just showing you that's our app. And we put content in there as well. And this is going to grow. This is very much about my strategy of growing +44. So like I said, we're more than a playlist. We launched with one playlist last year. And on the 14th of May, just gone, we expanded the playlist due to popularity, of course. So you've got +44, the main playlist, which is going to be a hub for new music, but also just put some of the bangers in there as well, because I always like a playlist where you can go in and you know a lot of the songs. So it's going to be a nice mixture of bangers plus new discoveries, so you can just play that out. I used to do loads of bike rides, so I always like love a good playlist. So you've got the main +44 playlist. We now have brand new the +44 R&B playlist, which is just amazing to have, and the talent that's in there already. Because having more playlists allows us to push and allows us to discover new artists from the R&B world, from the rap world, and Afro. So you've got the +44 R&B now, which is hugely popular. We've got +44 rap, and we've got +44 Afro as well, which I'm really excited about, because as you'll see with +44, as we go through the year, we'll be making specific content for each playlist. And +44 rap, you know, it's so popular, as you can imagine, as the music is. So watch this space as we continue to grow. There's, you know, I've got plans to do more playlists as well, because there's other genres under the black music umbrella. So just watch this space. And a lot of people hit me up, oh, where's the dance or today? So where's the bashment? Just it's coming, just calm, it's coming. So yeah, that's the playlist that we have on +44. And as I said, all available on Amazon Music. Check it out. If you've got Prime membership, I don't know why you're not in there already, scoping it out. Thank you very much. Next slide, please. I'm saying next slide, please, but it's me. But yeah. So again, on the 14th of May, quick time check. I'm a radio producer by heart, so let's just keep checking. 14th of May, we launched those new playlists, but we also launched a brand new podcast, the +44 podcast, with hosts ZZ Mills and Sideman. And if you're into black culture and black music, you would know about ZZ Mills and Sideman, because they are literally everywhere. They're very much black music commentators. It was really important to me to have, you know, because we've got the playlist and we make content. It's important to me to make sure that we also have conversations about the music and the lifestyle and the culture. And for me, there needs to be a balance with it. I don't just want to put all this music and all this playlists out without having any kind of thought or understanding that there are issues within our community that need to be spoken about. Even just having a conversation, even just changing one person's perspective, or giving them more insight or a different perspective. So it was really important for me to create, alongside the new playlist, a podcast where we could talk about issues, good or bad, you know, happy or sad. Obviously last week was the sad anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. So it was nice to be able to have a special talking about that and how it's impacted the music industry, but also the world as a whole. So that's what last week's episode was about. And episode 2's episode was with Ray Black, which hopefully, fingers crossed, I can play you a clip.
Feel over here everything is so small and there's only like space for one. And then against black women, because I feel we do this whole thing of like, yeah, women empowerment, but really deep down I think everyone's a little bit scared. Like, if I hell you up too much, you might take my place. I don't think it's something that we do on purpose, but it's just as darker skinned women as well. There's only going to be one of us that get to come through. I feel that that's why a lot of sometimes people don't bring other people in, because there's not enough food for everyone.
My logic is you can only be on top for so long. There was a time, for instance, when it looked like there would be no other woman rapper but Nicki Minaj. Then you have Cardi B. If them two had a better relationship, it could have been a thing where they work with each other. Even J. Cole's new album, who does he have on his intro? Cameron?
Listen, I agree with you. However, the environment that the industry creates for women, particularly black women, is toxic. They just make you feel like it is one at a time. And in fact, when you look at it, it is one at a time.
Stream the +44 playlist on Amazon Music.
There you go. That's just a clip of the podcast, and I was really keen for it to be visualized as well. I'm used to, like, I come from like listening to like Joe Budden and stuff podcasts, whereas I like to have times when I want to listen to it, but then there's times where I actually just want to watch it if I'm on the train and whatever. So it was nice to have a variety. So that's still very new. That launched on the 14th of May alongside our new playlist. I've seen a couple of questions come in, by the way, so we'll answer them towards the end. Thank you very much. So who's next? What's next? Okay, so something else that we do on +44, which to be honest, Amazon again started before I started. They were doing these monthly Twitch sessions, and I don't know if you know what Twitch is. Twitch is like a live streaming platform, and we can all get accounts and we could all just start streaming now to the world. And +44 every month we do a Twitch show, +44 on Twitch, where we invite artists down, we do Q&As with them, we do performances with them. And it's really exciting. We did an amazing one with AJ Tracey I think for April, to go alongside his Flu Game album. And it was such a great moment because I try and be, one thing you'll find about me with artists, I try and be flexible and work with their creativity to kind of bring it to life. And so far, every Twitch session that we've done has been different. And I'm happy to be experimental as we keep moving forward with them. But AJ had a very clear agenda. He's like, right, so my album's coming out at midnight. Can we do a kind of Twitch +44 party, like a launch party? So we hadn't done that before. And he brought down H, he brought Unknown T, he brought Big Zoo, he brought Els the Witch. And they all came in during the night, and it was like 2.5 hours leading up to midnight, that big midnight albums out moment. And it was amazing. I wish I'd put a clip in actually for you guys to see. But yeah, so we do different kind of things with artists. Again, we have playlists, we do the podcast, and then we've got this +44 on Twitch every month. The AJ Tracey one is actually still on Twitch. So if you go to the Amazon Music Twitch, Amazon Music UK Twitch, you can still watch the whole live stream with AJ Tracey and friends. So that was a big one, and we had over 70,000 people watch that live stream. So it's yeah, it was good. And do you know what was great about it, even for me coming from a broadcasting background, was because there was no specific, like a host. So it wasn't just a host asking loads of questions. Big Zoo's cousins, they were just sitting there talking about things that they probably wouldn't open up about if it was an interview situation. So please go and check that out. It was such an entertaining watch. It was like Big Brother. You were just like listening into things, with a big finale at the end where they were like popping champagne, which was problematic at the time. But yeah, we got through it, and it was an amazing show. So that's +44 on Twitch, which we'll do every month. So check that out if you can. This year we've done things with like OFB. We did one with Jammer last December. I just want to keep growing it. And I think in my head, just giving you kind of insight into my head, now we've got these new playlists. We've got +44 R&B, +44 rap. I might start to merge them together. So this month will be +44 Afro Twitch sessions. We can get the Afro artists on. So just giving people opportunities to perform, which has been so difficult, and giving people opportunities to promote themselves and let us get to know them a bit better. So that's +44 on Twitch. What we also do is something called +44 aux chord. I'm sorry if I'm just giving you all the information, but I just want to break down what we've been doing at Amazon Music. So +44 aux chord is like a performance-based format where we get artists to come and perform in a very stylized, amazing background and settings. And we work with a company called Metallic Ink who make it, and they bring it all to life. And we did one with Burna Boy, which you can see there that he shared on his social media. 500,000 people. Obviously we liked it, and he brought us loads of great traffic, but it was just a nice moment. And it's because he's an international artist in terms of branding for +44. It's just great, and it's just nice to partner up with such a big artist to bring their music to life as well. So I think I've actually got a clip if it works, so you can watch a bit of Burna Boys.
Yeah, this is Burna Boy on +44. I tell you my guy, you know my style, you know big chance, no they sell out for eBay. If you say you get the mind, then you wanna try, you go die, baby. It been a landslide for a long time, but then no one believe me. All up when I come by, you one try, oh yeah, do I make it easy. Who bad enough, who do we like me? Make enough for my cellular, wait, your back and your spine, I gotta go break if you carry my weight. Because I'm way too big. Too big to be with you and be running with you, because I'm way too smart to be running in your trap with you, because I'm way too cool.
Cool, I'll stop that there. If you want more, that performance is on the Amazon Music YouTube channel to go and check it out. And like I said, it was nice to have an international artist like Burna Boy be involved in +44. And for me, that's just, now we've got the +44 Afro brand. We just want to keep taking it to different heights. So that was Burna Boy, and that came out, I think it was in like the end of January, and it was just lovely to have him on board. And that was Burna Boy. We've done loads of walks called. We literally put one out on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, with Wretch 32. As you can check that out. There's like a clip that's on Amazon Music, YouTube as well. And if you go onto the +44 Instagram, there's like links and stuff to take you straight there, and you can look at clips and stuff like that with Wretch. We've done Central C. We've done, you name it. It's been so many. Abracadabra. We've got some great ones coming up. So that's the kind of the performance side. And then I've also got plans, I'm not going to give too much away, for other performance-based things that we're going to be doing in the future as well. Because it's just nice to there's so many artists now, and especially this year, there's just not really been an opportunity for them to kind of spread their wings and be creative. So yeah, so loads and loads coming up in terms of +44 and working with artists. So let me see. Yes, so artist activation. So this is something that is, part and parcel of my job, which I didn't explain too much about. So like I said, I'm artist liaison, senior artist relations manager for Amazon Music, leading their Black music strategy. And I, obviously work across playlists. You can see all the different things that I'm working on. But heart and soul is, it's nice that my job is, because in the past, I've worked with a lot of artists. Like I said, I did a lot of media training. So I have a lot of relationships with artists and labels and managers. So a lot of my job is having that connection with artists and managers. So they've got a project coming out or a new release, or if they've got a creative idea, they could just hit me up, and they do hit me up. Trust me, they do. And we just talk, and I'm just seeing how Amazon can help elevate it. Because obviously, if you think of just about a music service provider, you just think, oh, we just stream music, and yeah, that's why I stream my music. But when you look at Amazon, and bear in mind, I'm still new and I'm still learning how massive Amazon is, you can think about all the actual activations that you can do, and how big you can take some creativity with, because Amazon has Prime Video, where you can watch movies and TV shows and stuff. So it's like we have the capabilities of having an artist have a creative, video idea, and getting that on Prime Video to a completely different audience who probably might not even know who they are. Amazon's obviously got they've had Prime Sports. They had some of the Premier League games over December. I know they had some games in December, and they kind of approached the team that I work with and said, oh, is there any artists? Is there a rapper that could do like an end of year wrap up? And then we ended up working with a rapper called Yizzy, who's from Lewisham in London, and he did like this amazing end of year wrap up. And they played that out at the end of the Premier League game. So you had like Gabby, and I'm not the biggest football fan, but you had like Gabby, Logan, Alan Shearer, is it Peter Crouch, the tall guy, and then you got Yizzy playing out, doing an end of year wrap up. So it's so nice to take artists and then put them into different spaces all around the kind of Amazon brand. And then don't forget, you've got amazon.co.uk, where, let's be honest, I lived on during lockdown in terms of getting deliveries to my house, and we've got capabilities of getting artists on the front page of there, so it's so much that Amazon does. So I just try not to just think quite blinkered and just think, oh, it's music service provider. It's not. It's bigger than that. It's like +44 is not just a playlist. It's bigger than that. And these are just some examples of some activations that we've done. J1 there, that Raps bus that our marketing team amazingly put together, which it's just not just a rap bus actually. So that bus, that 212. That's the bus that J1 used to take when he used to go to school. So it was more than just, a random bus. That's the bus that does the bus route for around where he grew up, where all of his friends still live and have seen it, and all of his family members. So there was a lot of like thought and kind of emotional attachment to that. And he loved it. He went down there and I was with him, and it was just amazing to do that in his local area. And we do so many different activations here with AJ Tracy. AJ was like, oh, I've got one of my songs in the new project. There's a song about having a billboard in Japan. Can we make that happen? And I'm like, oh, I'm busy. Okay, let's see what we can do. So spoke to our teams, our marketing teams, and obviously Amazon's all over the world. So we work with the Japan team to make that happen. And that's AJ's big billboard in Japan. I was like, oh, it's just amazing to make things happen. And AJ posted it up and everything. So it's nice to do that. And then we do, so we do artist activations. And to be honest with you, it's kind of the heart and soul in what I love doing and bringing projects and creative ideas to life. So yeah, this is just a tiny example of what we do kind of week in and week out, because you can imagine how much music and how many albums and projects and mixtapes and EPs come out. Artists are releasing like 4 projects a year now. Listen, when I was growing up, there'll be one album, and that's for 2 years. So now it's like, it's just trying to keep on top of everything and supporting where I can, and just trying to empower artists. And there we do billboards every week. That's Trillery Banks. That was the first billboard that she's had. So it was just so nice to be able to support her, because she's smashing it, you know? So yeah, so that's artist activations. That's like an ongoing thing that we do. Here's another example of artist activation. So last year, I think it was like November, Nave Smalls and M Honcho, they put out their album. It was called DNA. It's like a joint album. Sorry, not album, mixtape, joint mixtape. And they were like, so I'm like, what do the guys want to do? And I've known Nave and Honcho from when I did Fire in the Booths and stuff. Like they've both done some crazy numbers on their Fire in the Booths. So I was like, what do you guys want to do? Because I don't like to pigeonhole artists as, or you've got to do an aux chord, or you've got to do the podcast. Like, what do you want to do? And they said, oh, we'd love to do a performance of our single Flooded on the River Thames. And I was like, boom, let's do it. And it's just nice to be able for them to work with their own team and their own cameraman, and so just to facilitate that and help them do that. And here's just a clip of their activation which they put together of Flooded on the River Thames.
Don't tell me you love me when you really don't. My younger got fired, can't be looking bored. You can do some checks, they can always vouch. I ain't let them down, came up from the couch.
There you go, Jack. It's just a sneaky of that. That is actually on YouTube, so you can watch the whole thing if you require. But again, like I said, I just like the fact of being able to work with artists and kind of bring their visions to life. And that was M Honcho and Nave Smalls. I see we've got more questions coming in, so I am going to make sure I've got enough time to answer everything. 20 minutes to go, so I'll do probably another 5 minutes of presentations, and then we can interact, as they say. Something else that we do on +44, and I know I've probably just gone boom, 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 but there's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I don't like to pigeonhole people. I want to be open. I want to be free. I want to be, letting people, because it's all about creativity. Even when I worked in radio and music, artists, for them to come up with music all the time and lyrics, they've got to be creatively free. And I just hate, pigeonholing them, shoebox them in. So we're just creative here at +44, and kind of just bounce and vibe with what people want to do. Something else that we do though is the +44 Development Fund, and we launched it last year. Again, it wasn't my initiative. I'm not going to take all the credit for it, but I'm just worked with it when it was there, and it's just an amazing thing. So the +44 Development Fund, it's an Amazon Music bursary where we give new artists some finance support to bring their creative ideas to life, and these are all unsigned artists, and we did this last year. And these artists here that you can see, like Queenie, Keeds, Brenya, Sean Focus, Annalise, and Mercs. We just helped them to just whatever they really wanted to do, what they needed support in, what they needed financial support in. So we're actually going to do the +44 Development Fund again this year. And I just love being able to help and support them. Like I did meet, like COVID restrictions, but I did meet them all. We did like a photo shoot with them, and they all got to perform and did a performance for us, which again is on the Amazon Music YouTube and the +44 Instagram if you want to check out more from them. But I think it's really important to, when we can, support the ground roots of new artists and new developing talent coming through. So that's the +44 Development Fund. So there's loads, as you can see, there's +44 is like this, it's like a Skittles, loads of varieties. So that's +44, and I'm just going to do like a wrap up video that we put out last December, so you can just see, like I said, they launched +44 last May, like a soft launch, I think, for the first 3 months, because obviously we were in lockdown. There was so much going on with COVID and Blackout Friday, Blackout Tuesday. There was so much going on. It was just a slow launch on Instagram, and then it really started to push from July, and then I started in September. But what I wanted to do, we put this out on socials last December, which was just a wrap up of kind of not September, I would say May from the launch till Christmas, just some of the things that we could do. And you can just have a look from this clip of how much creative content was created. +44 obviously started, it was a soft launch back in May, and then more July, when things had become a little bit more clear in terms of COVID and, such awful things happening, Blackout Tuesday. It kind of launched and started making content from July. I started in September. We did make like a wrap up video of the year, which I just want to show you. It's like a 1 minute long, and you can see all the different kind of content we've done from, say, July up until Christmas time. And obviously there's been so much more from 2021, but this is just a wrap up until December, so you can see all the different types of content that's been made. Apologies for the technical issues, but what can you do?
Is that you, SO?
So, but what I was saying before we had our commercial break was...
Should artists be using the N-word in music?
Conflicted. Obviously, I use the word. Would our ancestors be proud of us?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
And that's the end of the conversation.
So there you go. That's kind of a wrap up of some of the content that we've done on +44. I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot in there. Now when I look back on it, it's like, whoa, we did that, we did that, we did that. So so I work with loads of different creative, diverse production companies to bring all these different things to life, which is great. Just expanding all the different creative companies as well, all the different kind of marketing companies, all the different bloggers. We just like to partner up and expand. And I'm just hoping, today has given you a bit more of an insight into what +44 is. And also, hopefully, I'm hoping that you might have seen it somewhere on an artist's social post, or you're just like, what's that? You're not even sure. But now you're kind of bringing it all together. It does all, like, for me, if you have time, check out the Amazon Music app. I'm not like telly, selling, like, not QVC. I'm not trying to sell it to you. But if you've got Amazon Prime, where you get, your free deliveries and your Prime Video and everything, you get access to music. So you get access to Amazon Music. So I would, if I was you, no, I'm joking, but just, check it out and see what we're doing. There's loads of content that J1 Bus actually came with a documentary, which you can watch. And we're going to be putting a lot more content in the app, premiered first in the app. So if you get a chance, get in there. Why not? If you're paying for Prime membership, why not check it out? Just looking on there, podcasts, sorry, got a little bit of time. So, you've got your normal, when I was saying you've got your normal playlist, and you've got your songs, as every other kind of music provider has. But we've also got music videos in there as well, so you can check that out. Like I said, we've got exclusive documentaries and special pieces of content that we've made, original music's in there. So yeah, just I would just say check it out, be open-minded, and you'd probably, 99% sure you're going to find something that you like and discover something new. And there's podcasts in there as well. Check that out. And also, just if you have, if you don't want to check out the app, if you haven't got time to do it, obviously Amazon and Alexa, if you Oh, she started talking to me. Alexa also is a way of discovering Amazon Music as well. So many different devices that you can use. It's so popular. If you want to check out +44 on there, you can use Alexa as well. And she's talking to me, so I'm just gonna blank her down. But yeah, and also the +44 podcast is in there as well. Just if you go to the homepage and you click on podcasts, you can get loads of podcasts and check it out. Obviously, what's the most trending podcast on Amazon Music? Let's see. Oh, it's just the +44 podcast, number one. But I won't go on about it. But yeah, so we've got 10 minutes for questions. Technically, we've got 12 minutes. Putting my radio producer hat on. So I'm going to delve into the questions. I hope that's okay. I do have one more slide to do, which I will do right at the end. So I'm going to delve into your questions. Thank you so much for letting me rabbit on for this long. And I'm going to try and answer your questions as much as I can. We'll start at the beginning. First question is anonymous. Why are you anonymous? Like, I'm out here giving you my whole life story and you're anonymous. So anonymous says, how can I get my music on the +44 platform? I would go back to you and say, how are you distributing your music? Are you just putting it on one platform? Or is it just more YouTube? If you are actually distributing it, like, what distributor are you using? Because a lot of them do other services as well. So for example, Ditto, that's like an independent distributor. Well, that we'll have meetings and chats with them, and they also will promote your music, and they'll send us lists of new content and new music that's coming out. So that's one way of doing it. I would say, I used to say hit me up on the DMs and stuff, but I have to be realistic now. There's too many in there and I can't keep up with it, I should be honest. So that's not really an option. But I would just say, use your distributor where you can, because that's how we get told. We will get a huge list of music that's coming out each week, and all the different kind of what subgenres it is. And obviously once the subgenres are done, then I'll be able to see what's coming out and I'll be able to listen. We have programmers that work at Amazon that this is what their job is to do, and they like love music and listening to new content and stuff. So check in with your distributor and see how they work with us, and hopefully they will send us your music to listen to. So that's one way of getting your music on +44. And as I said, because we've now expanded, because we had one playlist before, now we've expanded our playlists. We've got space. We want to have emerging artists on this playlist. So say it doesn't say what genre you do, but say you are R&B. We've got that beautiful R&B playlist now that we want to fill up, and we want to get new artists on there. So that's one way. Okay, I'll be quicker. We're running out of time. Good morning, Delisa. Question regarding Amazon Music +44. Will you be taking on young managers, executives for work experience, anything like that? Do you know what? I mean, I didn't go into how difficult and how much hard work I put in to get into where I am. Like, I just kind of a bit blasé over it. But I've done so much work experience over the years. I've got a pile of rejection letters and emails of opportunities that I didn't get. And work experience is key to learning about a business, because you could go into a job and think, oh, this is my dream job, do 1 week of work experience and be like, where's the back door? So work experience is key. In these kind of weird COVID times, I couldn't tell you how it would work, because I've only been in the office twice, but it's definitely something that I will look into once we get back in the office. I think it's really important. And I'm not going to pretend I have all the answers. I love it when I have people giving me ideas. Have you seen this? Check out this. So nothing planned for now, but hopefully in the future. And that was Sandeep. Thanks, Sandeep. Another anonymous. No, it's the same question. Works. Thing is, when you're anonymous, you don't know, when it's like an egg, you don't know if it's the same egg or a different egg. So anonymous again says, what's the best way to get into a +44 playlist? So that could be the original anonymous. I think we've answered that question. We've got 8 minutes to go. Have you got any advice for anyone getting started in the music industry? Key things that helped your career and your journey? I would say key bits of advice is just try and be as unique as possible. Try and be yourself. Don't try and pretend to be like, if you're an R&B person, don't go and be a rock artist, you know, or vice versa. Be yourself, believe in yourself. Nothing's going to be, you know, there's only like a tiny percentage of artists who have that viral hit, and then they have that viral hit that they made in their bedroom that they get signed 250K for a single deal. It hardly happens. So put the work in, know who you are, and know it's going to be a long graph. Every artist that I've worked with or met, or any rapper, we're going 10 years in before they've even touched any good money or, you know, awards or whatever. So just take your time, believe in yourself, and just be yourself, and just try and be as unique as possible, really. And don't be scared to start locally. Like, for me, I always say dominate your local area and then grow out. Don't expect to become some big national star. Everyone should know you in your local area, and they become your cheerleaders. They'll start promoting you. They'll be like, this is our guy. So I always say, start local. Tim, love all these amazing +44 initiatives. Thank you very much. Can't take credit for all of them, as I said. Many are which highly sought after by brands. Do you work with any brands to help realize these creative ideas? Well, we do work with creative brands. Like I said, Metallic Ink, they started before I did with +44. We're working with another company called / who look after our social media management at the minute. So I am very much constant. Like, if you've got ideas, I am up for ideas all the time. Like I said, I can't sit there and listen to everybody's music in my DMs. But if you have ideas, I'll give you my email address and you can send them over. I'm all up for it. Like I said, I just want to be as creative as possible with +44, and just keep growing and keep expanding. I think one thing, if you do read that Music Week article that I'm in, I keep talking about diversifying, especially during COVID. Like, a lot of the artists that make their money through live music have had to diversify. So, you know, diversifying, I mean, find other ways to make money, whether it's putting more music out, or they do a fashion line, or did, you know, all these different things, or they're going to become more of an acting. So yeah, I do work with brands and creatives. I love doing that. We've got a lot of content coming out actually with other brands. So yeah, hit me up. Anonymous again. I don't know if this is the original Anonymous. Question for Delisa: any opportunities for live collaborations? I love the 212 lol. Reminds me of like oh, I get it, like the +44. Okay, cool. I didn't think of it, but you know, I'll take the credit. But yeah, what's the question? Any opportunities for live collaborations? Well, like I said, we do the like, everything's possible. Like, for me, if it's a great idea and there's a target audience for it, everything's possible. Anonymous, another Anonymous. This could just be the same person. 5 minutes to go. Delisa, great presentation. Any opportunities for live events, collaborations, or old school hip hop mixes, DJs, presenters? Yes, definitely. It's like with live streaming at the minute, as you'll probably find, and even on YouTube and anything that's content based, we're still working out music and licensing with content. So I can't just say, oh, we'll just put a DJ on Twitch and we can just have all this mixing sessions or a sound clash, because there's issues in terms of licensing. But yeah, I mean, if you've got ideas, send them my way. Yeah, +44 is just growing. Like I said, I'm flexible. I want to be creative. I want to do things that haven't been done before. So Anonymous, original Anonymous, hit me up if you are the original. Ty D, I love your enthusiasm for the +44 platform. I'd love to know what other initiatives you're doing with grassroots artists in the Black music space. So that's from Vanessa. So I kind of explained about the +44 Development Fund. That's something that's going to continue this year, just to help new artists and unsigned artists. So yeah, we're doing that. And yeah, no, like I said, we've got the new playlist where we want to put emerging artists in there so people can discover new sounds. So thanks, Vanessa. Anonymous again. Are +44 looking at supporting Black alternative artists and music, indie, rock, punk? Absolutely. Like I said, we're expanding. Obviously, rap, R&B, Afro beats, Afro swing, very popular at the moment, but we are going to be expanding and growing. So yes to that. Kra, how do I apply for the development fund? I would say go on +44 UK at +44UK on Instagram, and just hit a follow, and we'll be putting all the information on there. So yeah, definitely apply. The 2 last questions, we've got 3 minutes to go. How big is the team at +44? It seems like your online presence is growing quite rapidly. Well, I mean, I'm the bus driver really of it all. And then I work with remember saying I was working with creatives alongside it, production companies, I use the word diverse because it's very important, diverse creative production companies. So yeah, like I said, if there's ideas, I just try and find budget. I just want to grow really. So everything's up, but it's pretty much me at the helm. I work with a great marketing team. I've got Mark who works with me on the programming side of things. So yeah, rapid. That's good to know because obviously I don't see it from the outside. I see it from the inside. So any feedback is great. So I like the word rapid. Last question from Sharon, and that was from Parish, by the way. Sharon says, what was one of the challenges you experienced when you moved from a role to role, becoming a visiting lecturer, moving away from the BBC after 16 years? Do you know what? I keep all my skills for every role that I do. It's all intertwined. Like I've put club events on. I've got my decks in the office where I do DJing. All of my skills, they just go from one job to the next. I mix it up. So yeah, I don't drop my skills. I just continue working with them. Thank you very much, everyone. So the last 2 minutes, I just literally, finally, because I've not met you guys, so I don't know you. I don't even know who's there. Could be no one. Well, it has to be someone because, well, definitely anonymous. But I just wanted to leave you with this, which is, I don't know if you've got time, but if you are an artist or a manager, check out the Amazon Music for Artists app. That's the kind of web link. And it's like you can get all your analytics, all of your stats from your songs. You get to know who your audience are. You get to know what playlists you're in. It will tell you what songs are popular that your audience and your fans are asking for in Alexa. It's such a great app to have, and it's free. So I just wanted to end on that. My last minute. If you haven't done it, it's the Amazon Music for Artists app. Log in, get signed up. And then all the times your songs get played on Amazon or Alexa, you get to know. And also if you're added to playlists, which is really important, you'll get instantly told, and it's in real time. So say I just added you to +44 R&B literally now, you do a refresh and you'll know straight away. So that's really my final note for new artists and people making music. Check out the Amazon Music for Artists app. The app is free. So yeah, and that's it from me. 20 minutes past 12 and that's my out time. So just want to thank you guys. If you want to hit me up, it's at Dellesa, DELLESA on Instagram. And that's me. So thank you so much for your time. Okay, bye.